Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful dress you're seeing on the screen, and if you are interested, please stick around and please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. This is a new channel and I want your help to grow. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate. Now let's dive into it. So now this is the flare. I didn't fold it completely, so I just wanted to show you so that you know how I folded it, so that you will not be confused. So what I just did was I just brought it to the table so I'll be able to cut it conveniently. So now what you do is this is the other part, like the beginning part of the folding. So it's really not useful for me because I'm trying to get my waist measurement, and my waist measurement is 30 will give me almost 8. It's not 7.5, it's almost 8. That's what it will give me. So let's just say 8. So I have it here, so I'm just going to make sure that I get where my 8 ends. But you know, we are not going to use 8 exactly. We are going to add at least some allowance to it, and I intend adding about 2 inches allowance, and I'll just use it like this. You just come down to make sure that you get where your measurement reach, and this is it. So I'll just mark it like this. I added that extra allowance because I want to be able to hold the zipper allowance at the back, and also the slit at the front. I'll be able to hold something at the slit at the front. So that's why I'm making it this big. If not, it would have been somewhere here if it does not have zip or anything. But so this is what the one we are following now. So now for the length of this dress, I would like to use like 50 or 53 depending on how long I want it. So now I'm just going to drag this so I'll be able to get my length correctly. As you all know, our folding did not reach this place. So now what I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to get like 7 inch. That's my hip line. I want to make that 7 inches my hip line. So now after I get my waist, which is 10, so now my hip is 40, that's 10. So we are looking for 12. This 12 ends here. So I'm just going to take it from here and connect it like this. So from here, after you connect it, you just come straight. Just take it straight. The flare yard will not be too big. Just take it straight. No matter what, just take it straight. Because this is not all those big flare yards. They are just normal, but they are flare yards, but they are not too big. They're still okay. So now I'm going to remove my half length. That is where I want this flare yard to start according to the style. Where I want it to start. So my under bust, from shoulder to under bust, where my bust end is 13. So I'm going to add 4 inches more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 17. So I'm going to place my 17 here, but please let your 17 overlap it like this. Let it overlap. Don't place it on top of the chalk. Place it below the chalk, not above, below, just like this. It's just like you are removing some inches for sewing. So that my 17 is here now. So I'm going to get my 50 or 53. Let's use 53 as the length. So I'm just going to mark it. So let me just drag this a little. So now this is my 53. So I'm just going to measure from beginning now, so that I'll be able to know what that measurement gives me, where my chalk is. This measurement gave me 37. So I'm just going to be marking the 37 straight. 37. I'm going to mark here too. 37 and mark it. It will not be equal, you will join it. That's the only solution. 37, you mark it. 37, you mark it. This is what you have. So you extend this line downward. That's what we have. So I'm just going to cut it away. I'm wondering why I cut this one here. I'm wondering why I cut this one here. I put it there because I'm going to still take it away as my allowance. So I didn't want to waste this fabric more further. So this is what we have now. This is what we have. So I'm just going to look for a pieces. I'm just going to look for a pieces to join here, because you wouldn't want to leave this place like this. Just look for a random pieces and just join that place. This is me trying to join it. Sometimes you might not need to join. If you get your fabric like enough fabric, you might not need to join. But this joining is not a problem. It's a normal thing for a flare. So you join it. You just place it like this. That's the way I place it like this. Then you cut it. So that's it. So I just want to pin it here, because sometimes you might be looking for it after. So I've completed it like this. So I want to pin it, so I will not be looking for it when I need it. So we are done with our flay. So now I'm trying to cut the upper part now, but this is into 4. I folded it into 4. Let me show you. This is into 4. This is 2. 1, 2. Folded it into 4 because I want to cut the 2 together. But it's only front pattern I want to cut. But I'm folding it into 4 because I want to cut 2 of it. 2 fronts. I don't want to be using extra material or lining to lining it. I want to use the same fabric to lining it. So that's why I'm cutting 2. So now I just cut this place to make it straight, so I'll know what I'm working with to be straight. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to remove 13 inches. 13 inches for the strap, both front and back. 13 inches for the strap, both front and back. But now I am not going to remove that 13. I'm going to do the 13 into 2. 13 into 2, because if 13 is our normal strap, so I'm going to fold it into 2, because some part is going to the back, some part is going to the front. So 13 inches into 2 will give us 6.5. Let's just say 6. Just use 6. It's okay. So now I'm just going to take my 6 like this. When I take my 6, the first thing I'm going to consider is where my half length ends. Where my half length ends. And my half length ends here. So I'm going to mark it 13. I'm marking the 13 straight here. Just mark it. Then you count your 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know 17 was our half length, so I will use 18. 18. So you mark it straight. This is what we are actually working with. So I did it from the down so that I'll be able to get my length. So, but I will be cutting initially from the up. So now I will remove the 6 inches. The 6 inches I had earlier, the 6 inches for the strap. So I'm going to remove it, and this is it on the dress. So now I'm going to at this point measure my under bust, which is 13, is here. So I mark my 13 like this, straight. I mark it straight. Let me cut this so we know what we are working with. So now this is what we are working with. So now I remove the 6 inches here. The 6 inches, I removed it here. So I got my under bust here, 13, which is 13. I got it here. Then the next thing is the 4 inches I added, but I added 5 because of sewing allowance. That's how I got to this. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing now, this is our main front, like the main front, but I'm cutting 2 as I've said. So I'm going to consider my sleeve. The sleeve I'm going to put. And now for me to know this middle part before my sleeve starts, I will just take 6 inches. 6 inches is okay. I'll just mark it. Mark my 6 inches. Then when I mark my 6 inches, then I remove the 6 away. The 6 inches for the strap, I remove it away. I keep it here. Then I go for my armhole, which is 8. Then I do it like this. So I connect these lines together as my armhole. I will just do what? Take my scissors and cut it out like this. This is what we have. This is the armhole where I want my sleeve to start from. That's why I cut it out like this. So now the next thing is to measure your bust. Bust is my bust is 9.5. I told you we are using 10.5. This is it. I mark it. Just 1 inch is okay. Then my waist is 30. That's almost 8. So we're using 9. So we mark it. So you connect this straight. Like I've said, if you have been watching my tutorial, you know that I told you that your waist is this measurement here. Is this line here. This is your waistline and not your under bust. Don't measure your waist here. Measure your waist at the last line. So I'll just cut it. So this is what I have. So now to get that the front, the MILKMAID front, this is what I'm going to do now to get that front pattern. Just measure 1 inch here. 1 inch. Just mark it like this. Then you will curve it. Just curve it like this. Connect it. That's all. From 1 inch, just connect it. From 1 inch, connect it. That's what we have. I'm going to cut it away. This is what we have. Don't throw this away. It's very important. Pin it and keep it because that's what you are going to use to cut another one.